Hey guys, welcome back to She's At It Again. My name's Tanya, and we're going to get right into this recipe. This is a super simple recipe. If you have a package of pork chops, some leftover potato chips, 1 egg, and a little bit of flour, we're ready to rock and roll. These are potato crusted pork chops, and I know it just sounds like it's just a mishmash of all things ready to go wrong, but really and truly, the saltiness of the potato chips, it's a lot of crunch in there because you're going to bake these at 400 degrees. It's so good. I know I say that about everything. I'm not even kidding when I tell you though, this is going to be your new favorite pork chop recipe. So to get started, I have about 2 tablespoons of just plain organic flour in this bowl. And in this bowl, I'm going to break an egg. We're just going to beat it a little bit. And in this bag, I've got a bag of potato chips. These are the best potato chips I could find in town. Organic potato chips used to be easy for me to find at Kroger. I'm not sure what's going on, but these are non-GMO and they're cooked in avocado oil, so that's my wisest choice that I could come up with. We're going to need about a cup of potato chip crumbs. And I haven't forgotten to beat the egg. I'll beat it in just a minute. You're not getting a potato chip, Zoe. She is down here just waiting. I don't know why she thinks potatoes are something she's going to get. She's never gotten potatoes. Now when I say crush these, I mean crush them to where they kind of almost look like panko crumbs. You don't want any big chunks in there, but you don't want them just floury fine, so you wouldn't put them through a food processor or anything. Just get your hands in there and crush them up as best you can. I have a package of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, looks like 7 thin pork chops. If you use thicker pork chops, that's fine. Use thin ones, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Bone in, boneless, it really doesn't matter. But you're going to watch your cooking time. That's the only thing that's going to be different in your pork chops. The recipe normally calls for about cooking it at 400 degrees for 40 minutes. But with these, I really doubt it's even going to take 30 minutes. It's probably going to take more like 20, 25 minutes. So if I need more chips, I can always add more. So this is the process. I have my baking dish waiting down there. You can use a metal baking sheet if you'd like. I wouldn't necessarily go for a dark metal pan. I would go for a shiny one just because it might cook it a little overdone on the bottom while the center remains not cooked enough. So each pork chop, these are really super thin. That's like a piece of ham. So just dredge it a little bit in the flour. We're going to dip it in the egg, both sides. And the egg is going to be our glue to hold our potato chip crumbs on there. Put it in there, flip it over. Now I realize there are flavored potato chips out there. There's sour cream and onion. There's barbecue potato chips. And if those ingredients don't bother you, you go right ahead. But your better choice would be to stick with something that does not have monosodium glutamate, artificial colors, or artificial flavors. I'm just telling you. But you can do what you want to. These are going to taste really, really good. If you get a flavored potato chip, it's just going to take on the flavor of that chip. So just know that just plain potato chips are good enough in this. We might have to get our hands in this and do this a little bit too. You don't need to spray your pan with anything. I doubt that these are going to stick. The oil, or the potato chips having so much oil in them, it tends to be its own stick-proof qualities in that. If you crush up too many potato chips, just take those leftovers and sprinkle them across the top of it. Just add more crunch to the top. If you need these to be gluten-free, feel free to use rice flour or a gluten-free flour in place of this all-purpose flour, but the potato chips should all be gluten-free as they are. And ignore the black specks on my hands. I was painting something a while ago and just looked down and realized before I came in here to film this that I now have black paint on my hands. But that's okay. It just wouldn't be me without paint somewhere on my clothes or on me somewhere, because I am a painter of all things. Including my hands and my clothes. Okay, I think I'm going to crush up a few more potato chips to put on this. You don't want to crowd these in the pan. You want them to be sure and have enough room. You don't want to overlap them, I guess I should say. It's not so much that you don't want them touching, it's just you don't want to overlap them. These potato chips smell really good. I got these at my local Good Measure market here in town. They carry some really good variety of chips, but just nothing in organic that's just plain. And of course, our Kroger went out of business last year here in our small town. We are not happy about it, but I could find organic chips there. The flour, in this case, normally just kind of seals in the juices of the pork chops so they stay nice and juicy in the center. And then, of course, the egg locks that in, but it also serves as, like I said, the glue for your potato chips. I think I left some chunks in there. I think I have just enough room for one more. I have my oven out in the sunroom preheating to 400 degrees. I just hate to turn the oven on when it's hot and outside. So it's in the 90s today here, and the humidity is pretty high. This is Central Arkansas. So I'm going to be cooking something to go with this that I'll cook on the stovetop, but it won't take long at all. That'll probably be the next video. But these are going to go in the oven in the sunroom, so the heat is staying out there. I have the windows open and the ceiling fans going full blast, so that's where I like to stay most of the time when I'm not out in the yard working. But it's a toasty one today. Not as hot as it was yesterday. Yesterday was oppressively hot. But today it's just hot. Okay, so we have a few potato chips left. I'm going to sprinkle these on top. All right, so this is what our pan looks like. Our pork chops are in there, not overlapping. They're just touching side by side. So I'm going to put these in the oven, cook them at 400, and when they come out, I'll show you what they look like. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, the lighting's not that great out here in the sunroom. I don't have the lights on yet, and I'm keeping the draperies closed because it's the sunshine was too bright this morning. But that is our potato crusted pork chops, and they are going to be fabulous. I can tell you that right now. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that recipe that we just finished, the pork chops coated in potato chips, and let me tell you, it was good because we had it for dinner. And we look forward to sharing something with you again next time. I'm fixing to go walk the dogs here at Harding University. Welcome to the campus.